positive affirmations. You stand in front of a mirror, you write down your positive affirmation, you say it back to yourself again and again and again for a day, for a week, for a month, for a year, for a lifetime. And people don't see positive affirmations making a difference. Things don't change. Yeah, maybe they swing to the positive side temporarily, but what often happens and what you see almost exclusively is that after the swing to the right, where they're all positive and happy, then suddenly, oh, they're back to neutral, but whoa, 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 they swung all the way over to the left, which is the negative side. And why is that? Why, if you go focus on the positive of a situation, that you suddenly almost always swing back sooner or later, usually much sooner than later, to the negative? Why does that occur? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever asked yourself, why am I writing these things on a piece of paper and standing in front of the mirror with a quote unquote positive affirmation? Well, the truth is, positive affirmations are simply the opposite of a negative affirmation. And our body, in our brain, gets stuck into patterns and waves of negativity, as well as we can get stuck into patterns and ways of positivity if we learn how to actually reprogram the negative pattern. So what typically happens is somebody has a negative thought loop or a negative pattern or a negative rumination that is in their mind. And this can range from everything from your ex that might be cheating on you, to your bank overdrafting, to your thinking poor thoughts about yourself. And you can have these cycles that go inside of your brain on the negative side. So a negative one that most people can relate to is, when they make a mistake, they sit there and they hit their head and they go, I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? Well, the positive affirmation world will tell you, oh, no, 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 no. You need to go stand in front of the mirror and say, I am brilliant. I am so smart. I'm amazing. I'm not stupid. I'm amazing. I'm brilliant. I'm brilliant. I'm brilliant. And they'll do that. And for a day or 6 minutes or 6 seconds, they'll swing over to thinking that they are brilliant. But the problem is that they don't believe it at their core, because they know that they've done something really stupid. And therefore, just telling themselves that they're really smart doesn't negate the fact that they know that what they did wasn't very intelligent or wasn't right, or, as in their words, was stupid. It's pretty easy to look at this in my eyes is when you look at a picture of the yin and yang, of the masculine and the feminine, of the night and day, of the moon chasing the tail of the sun. That's a circle of completion. Well, the negative thought that's in your brain, even though you swing to the positive, eventually will swing right back to the negative, because it can't sustain itself with simply chasing its own tail. Do you want to know what the antidote is? The antidote to this negative thought loop is very, very simple. The cure, the way to fix this, is to stop worrying about the complete opposite. In fact, that's going to be cyclical. In fact, the negative and the positive, neither one of them are right or wrong. They're just what they are. And the sooner we can accept that that is what has happened, it's better. But what we need to do is ground ourselves into source, into energetic power of the earth and of God. And when we connect with source energy from above, with God's energy, whatever you want to call it, we can rephrase that negative and positive. Oh, I'm so stupid. No, I'm brilliant. Because we really know that, well, neither one of those are going to change me. When I'm stupid, you know in the back of your head, well, I'm not really stupid. When you say I'm positive, you know in the back of your head, no, I'm not really positive. I'm kind of just swinging between these poles. But when we can ground ourselves divinely with a phrase, and you can write these down, you can put these on a piece of paper and stick this on your mirror, because this will change your entire ruminating problem that you continually get stuck in. So let's take that example of, I'm so stupid. Okay. Why don't we say instead, grounding into source above, something along the lines of, wow, the divine creator that created the entire universe and created me and is inside of me. And I know that at any moment of time that I seek an answer from this divine creation and the divinity, It's inside of me already. And find a phrase that points you to the greater good, to the higher power, to the source creator, to God above. Then and only then, when we find ourselves saying, I'm so stupid, say, no, 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 no. The divine creator that lives inside of me is all powerful and all knowing. And I can go inside of me anytime I want to find exactly the answers that I seek. We get our vision and focus off of the circular, positive yin yang, positive negative circle, and we instead focus on grounding into earth and grounding up to God. And that will change our entire perception. Another key factor in this, though, and I'm getting this inspiration from a super, super, super amazing book. It's very deep, very philosophical, Tantra Illuminated by Christopher Wallace. So these ideas are not just coming to me, but these are being kind of magnified from this deep, deep, deep study. But I felt called to share, and I know this can help so many people because I had never truly understood the connection of the ruminating stoppage. And yes, it's been explained in a lot of different ways, but this is a way that for the first time in my life, I was like, oh my gosh, I see so clearly how this can stop these patterns. Another example that Christopher Wallace gave was the example of the mother that says, I'm a bad mom, because maybe she yelled at her kid, or maybe you got upset or yelled at your child about doing something or disciplined them inappropriately or whatever it is. And so the word, I'm a bad mom, comes into her brain. And so when she stopped and thought, and she was trained by Christopher, she's like, oh, I'm a good mom. But that obviously is just cyclical and circular. And if you can sit there and see that, it's pretty obvious to say, yeah, that's not going to truly change that pattern. I'm good. No, I'm bad. No, I'm good. No, I'm bad. And it's a cycle. What she was able to dive into and see on this one, again, you can use your own situations and develop these yourself. And they may take a little bit of time. But when the thought came up that I'm a bad mom, she came back with, I am a divinely inspired being, and I am here on earth doing the best that I can to work with that divinity that's inside of me. And that helped get her refocused that, yes, she can make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all fall down. We all get back up. That's life. That's to be expected. But we need to start focusing on the negative thoughts that we find ourselves identifying. Go into the room, close the door, pull the blinds, turn off the phones, and spend an hour writing down these negative thought loops that we have. And then figuring out not the opposite, but how do we transmute that straight to source? Then, and only then, will we truly be able to start eradicating, not just changing and getting out of, but removing these negative thought loops from our life. Because these negative thought loops have so much power over us energetically that we don't really understand that by living in these thought loops, when you wake up and something bad happens and you're, it's going to be a horrible day. No. That's a negative thought loop that just because one bad thing happens that took 30 seconds, it's not going to ruin your whole day. And we have to start reprogramming the mind, because the mind and the heart together have all of the power to change the entire world and to help us on our journey to liberation. So hopefully you found this helpful. I found this extremely helpful. It's really good for me to share about it, to try to put it into my own words, the lessons that I continue to learn on a daily basis. I'm going to put this out there so you guys can see it. Please drop some thoughts, drop some comments, drop some understanding, some insights if they came to you from this discussion and listening into this. It's big stuff, big stuff, but this will change the way we focus and think about everything. If we can start identifying first and then putting in place the steps to eradicate the negative thought patterns in our lives.